hate how everyone keeps saying, oh, well, that's your fault for making a bad decision and choosing the wrong guy. But when these women are meeting these men, they're not the bad guy. Like, they're falling in love with a completely different person, you know? It's over time that they choose, that person chooses to change, you know? So it's not the woman's fault.
And a lot of time they put on a facade in order to get the woman that they want. And then once the woman is deep enough into the relationship and he feels like she won't leave, they start unveiling these things little by little. And then it makes it very complicated to leave.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like makeup?
What? Why do you... Makeup.
What?
Oh, my God.
What do you
Why
mean?
do you act like makeup changes your whole facial structure?
It can.
I mean...
No, it doesn't.
A little
unless
bit.
it's like effects makeup, like talented artist that's like transforming their face into something else. A regular girl isn't doing that on the day-to-day. We're enhancing our beauty.
What's that trans girl, Nikki something though? Have you heard of her?
Tutorials.
Nikki Tutorials.
Oh, yeah.
That is a whole man previously. And I mean, still looks, years into the transition, still looks pretty like feminine, like passes. But when that makeup is on, whole different human. Like,
I think she looks the same.
Yeah, I think her facial structure doesn't change. She's just really good at makeup.
I think they do kind of look different.
I think she looks completely different. Like, no makeup to makeup, I would not think that's the same person. Like, if I met her with makeup and then randomly ran into that person at Starbucks, I would not immediately think that is the same person.
Yeah, and some people might
That's
feel
how you know your
deceived.
cake is good.
Yeah.
Some people might feel
I also
deceived by it.
think makeup is an entirely different thing from a
That's
personality.
A skill.
I'd say
That's a skill.
I'd say like
and that's her job.
I'd say that some people might feel deceived by it, similar to like how you might feel if a man shaves his beard and it's like he doesn't really have a chin, maybe he has a recessive chin. I'd say that it could have something like it's very similar. I think that it's like it's kind of hypocritical. Like if you say like white women's
Here, I
makeup
think
off
a more fair comparison is a guy who's wearing a hat.
Hat
and
fishing.
he's bald under the hat.
yeah, sure,
Or
that
balding.
too, that too.
I think that's
But I'd
perhaps
say
more.
that like overall, it's just like in a way it is deception. Like,
I think your example is good because honestly, there is girls who can contour so good that they could like contour out like a double chin, or they could like contour like
that only looks
chiseled
good.
cheeks where there aren't any, and that kind of
That
thing.
only really
you know?
only looks good on camera. When you really see it in
real life, it
person,
doesn't work?
look that good.
Okay.
It's mostly just for like the view.
Catfish.
Right.
But can we
They're
talk
just-
about all the girls here that have their hair dyed? You know, she's wearing contacts. We're all wearing makeup. We can't just attack it. It is what it is.
That's what makes us girls.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing wearing makeup. I love.
We bought into the culture.
Yeah,
fortunately,
exactly.
And it's not
Personally-
attacking, it's just simply stating that you can recognize that, yes, you can completely change your facial structure. Is that demonizing makeup? No, it's just admitting that of its capabilities.
But-
I'm very aware of makeup. Jordan Peterson literally stated that makeup should be banned in the workplace because did you know that when you put on makeup, it actually mimics the way you look when you're aroused. When you're aroused, your pupils dilate, the blood capillaries in your lips and cheeks go off, which causes your cheeks to blush and your lips to blush. And your pupils dilate when you're aroused. When you wear makeup, you put rouge on your cheeks, darken your lips, and put darker makeup. We were wearing eyeliner right now, at least mascara around your eyes, which replicates the way you look when your pupils are dilated. It's the exact same
I
thing.
mean, I'm not going to listen to anything Jordan Peterson says is fact. Jordan Peterson says is fact, but also there are many different types of makeup looks that I would not say are what I look like when I'm
I'd say that's,
aroused.
like,
I think that's a very bizarre
no,
comparison.
as someone who's studied like medical shit, I think she is right.
pretty
and
good
Jordan
book, I'm
Peterson's
just
right.
saying.
It's
Yeah.
pretty accurate.
That it
I mean,
does-
you
that
can
is good.
dismiss it, but it's pretty accurate,
book.
That it-
actually.
I'll
Good
keep
book.
living
It
my
could
life without
mimic,
it.
Arousal, because like I did study medicine, like a bit of it, and yeah, that is right. And a lot of looks were made after that with that intention, like blush, that sort of thing. Like they were manufactured with that intent.
I mean, obviously, with like ancient Egyptian makeup and shit, we're not
Yeah.
talking about that.
But that's where it all
obviously.
stems from.
Yeah,
so.
but we're talking about modern times and the correlation. And when you come to modern times, you know, this is.
But you're stating that makeup is basically in
You
order
know-
to mimic your arousal
I'm
face.
saying it
no,
coincidentally does, not necessarily that it was made with the intention to do so, but a comparison can be drawn in a very clear comparison at
You know,
that.
back
Well,
in
let's
the
not-
30s,
let's
Look
not-
at my
It's not
face.
that
No, no,
deep.
but
It's
back in
not
the-
Yeah,
that deep.
it's really not that.
Yeah, back in the 30s, they took advantage of like I think it was uranium. I forgot if you've heard of the uranium girls. They took advantage of it. Like they used it to paint like clocks and stuff, but they also used it because it would dilate eyes and it would also like make things pop. Like they went as far as to use uranium, and it ended up getting the girls really sick.
Based. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I think makeup is a beautiful thing. I love
Fucking
putting on my
radioactive
music
makeup.
and looking at myself in the mirror and like playing with makeup. Like it's so much fun, and that's what makes us girls. And I think there's a lot of like Do you like having a high maintenance girl? Like, would you like to have a high maintenance girl?
No.
Why not? Like
What?
a woman that takes care of herself. That's what I mean.
Do
I
I
don't know if that's
high?
high maintenance.
Really? Because I would consider myself high maintenance because I take I try to take really good care of myself. I go get my nails done. I go get my eyelashes done.
I think you could have one without the other, so I wouldn't classify like somebody who takes care of themselves as also being high maintenance. You're probably just both of those things.
Yeah, I
Because you
think-
can
I
take care
prefer
of
the
yourself
no
without
makeup,
like getting nails
the
and
no
hair and stuff.
makeup,
Yeah.
minimal, thing.
But I think a lot of men think that they like that. I'm not saying you in particular. I believe what you're saying, but I think a lot of men say that they like that, but then they'll look at a picture of Kim Kardashian and be like, "Look at her,
She's not
natural
wearing
beauty.
makeup."
She's not wearing any
Yeah,
makeup."
that's how
and I'm like,
I feel
eyebrows,
like-
eyeliner,
I think
mascara,
some men
foundation.
really don't
like-
have a lot of
I
comprehension
think it has
skills
to
when
do
it
with
comes to
modern-
that. Because I've had some guys be like, "Are those your real eyelashes?" I'm like,
I think it has to do
no.
with
Well,
moderation.
yeah, but you could say like you could look at a girl and you could be like, well, she does look better with makeup on. Despite this, I still prefer her without makeup because that's how she actually looks.
I think it has to do
okay,
with
I get it.
moderation. Like I personally, I used to be like goth, so I would wear heavy makeup, and I loved it. And I've seen a lot of like alternative looks that I absolutely adore. But I think when it comes to certain people, like what they're into, it just boils down to moderation. Like for example, like your eyelashes are fairly big. If a man like wants a girl who wears eyelashes, like oh, I'm fine with her wearing lashes, he might mean like something that hardly looks like you're wearing eyelashes.
Also,
or
we're
just,
not like wearing full face every single day. Like at work,
Right.
zero makeup. At work healthcare, you
But-
cannot wear makeup. Your face will break out.
Yeah, I think that
Word.
like it's just it boils down to moderation. Like a guy like if he wants a girl with dyed hair, he might not want like some crazy color. He might just want like
Let's